Nobody saw this coming. Just when fans thought the drama between Cardi B and Offset had finally cooled off, Cardi jumped online and dropped a bomb so explosive, it's still sending shockwaves across the internet. In a raw, unfiltered rant, she revealed shocking details about their marriage, their kids, and exactly what she thinks about Offset now. And trust me, it wasn't pretty. The drama didn't stop there. In a twist that nobody expected, Offset fired back, making demands that left fans stunned and confused. From spousal support requests to accusations about parenting, this messy breakup is quickly turning into one of the wildest celebrity divorces of the year. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Why is Cardi refusing child support? And what did Offset allegedly do to push her over the edge? Well, you're about to find out. It all went down on May 30th, 2025. Cardi B, clearly fed up and emotional, jumped on X Spaces, and within minutes, the internet was on fire. In a voice full of rage and heartbreak, she made one thing crystal clear: she was done with this marriage for good. No more second chances, no more behind-the-scenes makeups. This was it. But what really caught everyone off guard wasn't just the fact that Cardi was finally walking away, it was what she revealed about Offset. According to Cardi, the rapper has barely made an effort with their kids. She claimed he's seen their youngest child only 5 times since she was born. 5 times. And that's not a rumor, those were Cardi's own words, lived for thousands of fans to hear. Then came the part nobody was ready for. Cardi, furious about Offset's alleged lies and legal moves, unleashed a verbal tirade so intense it left even her most loyal fans stunned. She accused Offset of hiding behind his team, sending out fake stories, and making it look like she was the problem. And just when people thought she might calm down, Cardi took it even further, dropping words so raw and personal, it forced bloggers and media outlets to censor parts of her rant before they could even share it. She made it painfully clear whatever love used to exist between them was completely gone, replaced by bitterness and betrayal. But that wasn't even the most shocking part, because right after dragging Offset through the mud, Cardi revealed something that left everyone speechless. And that's what we'll get into next. Now, here's where things took an unexpected turn. While most celebrity breakups get messy over money, Cardi made one thing clear: she doesn't want Offset's child support. In fact, she told fans that in the latest divorce papers, she specifically asked for no child support at all. Not a dime. Why? Because, according to her, she's been doing it all on her own anyway. And when she broke down what that actually costs, people were stunned. Cardi revealed that just raising her 3 kids comes with a price tag that would make your jaw drop. A private driver alone sets her back $10,000 a month. Then there's Culture's private school, a whopping $45,000 a year. Add to that a private chef, full-time security, round-the-clock babysitters, and endless other expenses, and Cardi claimed Offset hasn't contributed a thing. Not one payment, not one shared bill. According to her, she's carrying the entire weight of raising their family financially. But here's where it gets even messier. Because while Cardi's taking care of the kids and footing every single bill, she accused Offset of being too busy with his own drama to even show up. And remember, this isn't coming from tabloids or anonymous sources. These were Cardi's words said live, straight to her fans. And as shocking as all that sounds, it was just the calm before the next storm. Because behind the scenes, Offset wasn't staying quiet. He was already planning his legal counterattack. And what he did next left the internet divided. While Cardi was airing it all out on X Spaces, Offset wasn't just sitting around watching the internet explode. Behind closed doors, he was already working on his next move, and when the news broke, it caught everyone off guard. TMZ reported that Offset had quietly filed an amended divorce response earlier this month, and in it, he did 2 things that set social media on fire. First, he asked for joint custody of their kids, a move that, on the surface, might seem fair. But what really raised eyebrows was what came next. Offset also requested spousal support. Yep, you heard that right. The same Offset who's known for flaunting designer fits, luxury cars, and $1 million jewelry collection was now asking Cardi for financial support. And while the court documents didn't specify how much he wanted, the internet wasted no time dragging him for it. Fans were quick to call it a bold, if not petty, move, especially after Cardi had just told the world she wasn't asking for a dime from him. It didn't take long for rumors to swirl, with people speculating about Offset's finances, his reasons, and whether this was a strategic play in what's clearly become a messy public war. But the drama didn't stop with those court papers. Because right after Offset's legal team filed that request, his camp reached out to the Breakfast Club to clear the air, or so they claim. And what they said only made things worse. After news of Offset's spousal support request hit the blogs, his team wasted no time doing damage control. They reached out to the Breakfast Club and claimed Offset didn't really need the money. According to them, the only reason he filed for spousal support was because Cardi was allegedly asking for everything: properties, cars, assets, you name it. They painted Offset as a man just trying to protect himself, claiming Cardi was coming for it all and leaving him no choice but to fight back. And to stir the pot even more, Offset's camp claimed Cardi was barely ever with their kids, suggesting that he was the one trying to keep their family together. Now, this is where things got messy online. Fans weren't buying it. People started pointing out how Offset was the one accused of standing up the kids, missing important family moments, and being more focused on partying and posting than parenting. And the receipts were everywhere, from fan-recorded sightings to Cardi's own posts hinting at his absence. On top of that, supporters couldn't understand how Offset would claim to not need the money, yet still formally request it in legal documents. The contradiction had social media buzzing with theories. Was it a petty legal tactic, a desperate money grab, or just a move to bruise Cardi's ego? No one could say for sure. But just as the internet was debating whether Offset's side of the story held up, Cardi was already gearing up for her next move, and it would leave no doubts about how she felt. If Offset thought his legal move and spokesperson's statement would calm things down, he seriously underestimated Cardi B. Because just hours after the Breakfast Club aired Offset's claims, Cardi jumped right back on X Spaces, and this time, she didn't hold back. She started by clarifying what she'd already hinted at before. She wasn't asking for child support, period. Not then, not ever. In her words, she didn't want Offset, his money, or anything attached to him. She made it crystal clear that her only priority was being done with the marriage and focusing on her kids. And then she hit him where it hurt. Cardi revealed that Offset hadn't seen their youngest child more than 5 times since her birth. Shocking claim considering how public they'd been about wanting to build a family together. Even worse, Cardi accused him of standing up their other kids 3 times, leaving them waiting when he promised to visit. But it wasn't just about the missed visits. Cardi called out the hypocrisy head-on, saying, "You call the kids almost every day. If I allow you to talk to them daily, why would I stop you from seeing them?" The implication was clear. Offset had the chance to show up as a father and chose not to. And then came the coldest line of all. Cardi says she still wanted her kids to feel the love of both parents, even if they weren't together. But after everything that happened, she wasn't going to chase him down to be a father. She left the door open for him, but whether he walked through it was entirely up to him. It was a bold, emotional, and raw clapback that reminded everyone exactly who Cardi B is: unfiltered, unafraid, and always ready to speak her truth. But even with all that said, the drama wasn't over yet, because this entire saga was still unfolding, and both sides had people watching their every move, waiting to see who would strike next. By the time Cardi's explosive X Spaces rant went viral and Offset's legal moves made headlines, the internet had officially split into 2 camps. Social media lit up like wildfire. Fans, bloggers, celebs, everybody had an opinion, and it wasn't all one-sided. On one hand, you had Cardi's diehard supporters rallying behind her. They flooded timelines with hashtags like #ProtectCardi and #OffsetAintSlick, praising her for standing her ground and exposing what they saw as Offset's manipulative tactics. Fans posted old clips and interviews of Offset allegedly being absent, and even dug up screenshots of shady tweets and cryptic captions from both of them over the past year. People were saying Cardi had been covering for him publicly for way too long, and it was about time she spoke up. Supporters admired how she still kept the door open for their kids to have a relationship with their father, even after all the drama. But not everyone was on Cardi's side. Some fans and even a few celebs jumped in to defend Offset. They argued that divorces are messy, emotions run high, and nobody really knows what happens behind closed doors. A few public figures subtly suggested that airing family business online wasn't the move, hinting that both stars should keep it private for the sake of their children. It wasn't long before industry insiders and gossip blogs started reporting on which celebs unfollowed Offset, which ones sent Cardi love, and which ones quietly stayed out of it. Even some of their mutual friends were reportedly forced to pick sides. The comment sections were ruthless. Every post about either of them was packed with divided takes, some people calling Offset petty for the spousal support stunt, others saying Cardi went too far with her fiery language and public rants. In the end, the reactions proved one thing: this wasn't just a celebrity breakup, it was an event, and everybody watching had something to say about it. Now, with all the messy details laid bare, Offset's legal moves, Cardi's fiery clapbacks, fans choosing sides, and the internet dissecting every word, the one thing everybody is asking is, what happens next? Because here's the thing, as public and brutal as this divorce has gotten, it's not over. The court case is still active. No final settlement has been announced, and both stars still have major legal and financial decisions to work through. From property splits to custody agreements, and let us not forget that Offset's spousal support request is still sitting on the table. Rumors have already started swirling that Offset might quietly drop the support claim to avoid further public backlash. And industry insiders claim Cardi's team is pushing to fast-track the divorce finalization so she can legally distance herself from Offset as soon as possible. But the biggest question mark is their kids. Cardi made it clear she wants her children to have both parents in their lives, but with Offset allegedly missing visits and the tension this high, it's anyone's guess how that will actually play out. Fans are speculating whether Offset will step up, or if this will turn into one of those high-profile, long-running custody sagas like we've seen with other celeb couples. Some are even predicting surprise reconciliation rumors, since both Cardi and Offset have a history of messy public fallouts followed by sudden makeups. But so far, neither one has hinted at anything like that. What's certain is this: the story's far from done. Every move they make, every post, interview, or unfollow is going to be watched, analyzed, and debated by fans, gossip sites, and the industry alike. And if there's one thing both Cardi B and Offset know how to do, it's keep people talking. Please do subscribe to our channel, Fame Global. It would help us grow, and make sure you like and share this video. See you next time.